And we live in here. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Irv, thank you for being here,
Style
bro.
Boogie, man.
I appreciate you, man.
It is.
I really, really do appreciate you.
Can't believe it. I'm here.
It's crazy, right?
Live and direct.
Word. Like I said, I started this podcast, right, to talk to people. It's called All Walks of Life. So I figured, fuck it. I'm going to talk to everybody that I feel. At first, I decided to talk to people that in my life had a major pivotal moment where it was like, I can't look back at life and not think about Irv. Like, it's like, from a B-boy aspect, that's how I met you from breakdancing, right? Mm-hmm. But it was like, if I look back, you're there. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? I could look back on Fayette Street in high school, but then I was like, that was whatever. Yeah. But then I look back and I'm like, Irv, Mike, Sneezy, Carlos, the whole Ill Ones fam. Mm-hmm. And it's like, fuck, I need to get him on here, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, I was waiting for that time, man. It's just, and it's a blessing. It's happening right now. I was waiting for that time. I don't know how it was going to happen. I was waiting for that reconnection to somewhat how it's going to happen. But, through social media, we see what each other's are doing or might be doing. So, keep me informed and then keep me somewhat in the loop, knowing you're operating right, you're good, you're healthy, you're moving in the right directions, you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So I'm like, the brother's Gucci. He's just taking care of bees. Well, so I'm like, when the time comes after he's done doing what he's doing, I know we're going to reconnect. I knew it. But it's not like I stayed away, but it's more like I'm moving in this direction, you're moving in this direction, the other homie is moving in that direction. So I'm like, all right, but they're all moving in the right directions that applies to them and what they need to be doing to better their lives or and to grow, evolve. So I'm like, okay, you let them do what they need to do. At the end of the day, love is love. When the time comes, we're gonna reconnect and shit. Because it was always all Gucci with us, and here we are.
Let's give him a backstory a little bit of a backstory.
A little backstory. All right, we got a lot of stories, man.
We got a lot of stories.
We can be here for a while.
We could be here for a while. Don't matter to me though. It's All Walks of Life podcast. There's no worries on this side.
Let's
give
it to them.
But I don't know. What year you think I met you? Because I started breakdancing in 96. Summer of 96.
Okay.
I probably wasn't like out on the scene, like really like out there probably to like 98, 99. Yeah. That's when it got real. Yeah. So you said, we were talking before this, it was Fairleigh Dickinson's?
Is it Fairleigh Dickinson? In Morristown or Morris Plains, New Jersey, there was a homie. It was an foreign exchange student, come from Spain, and he met us, and then through him, because he was going to school at Fairleigh Dickinson, so there was a little studio at the college where he invited us to come session with him. So now I knew different cliques, so I knew Mike Niff, aka Mikael, and he was from this area, Central Jersey area, and I was up in the North Jersey area.
Yeah, you were like Newark, right?
I grew up in Irvington.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I grew up in Irvington, went to Irvington High, and then after I graduated from high school in Irvington, I went up north. That's when I got the name Irv, Because them boys up there, they didn't know what's up, and they used to sweat me because they're like, "You from the hood?" Because I moved to a white neighborhood up there. Yeah. So when I go play basketball with them, they're like, "Oh, you got some skills," and then they invite me to a party, and they see me dance. They're like, "Oh man, you dance? Oh, because you're from Irvington, you're from Newark." So, because like doing that era in the '90s. You know what I mean? Like Naughty by Nature was going on and all that stuff. The
Fugees, Queen Latifah. Jersey strong. Jersey
leaders of the new school.
Artifacts.
What was that clique in Newark again? With all the different artists in Newark. in that county, in Essex County. I'll think of it. I'll remember. But so it was known. I was known because because I knew a lot of hip hop, which we didn't have internet back then. So they only learned it from me. Because they see me, they're like, I represented that to them. So because I was from that area, Irvington, they like sweats me and they call me Irvington. Oh, what's up, Irvington? What's up, Irvington? So when I go to the house parties, I would throw down. And they'd never seen that before. And they're like, So I was bringing the hood to them because on the weekends, I would go back to the hood and hang out with my cousins. And I would go back again on the weekdays and chill with my homies, in the suburbs. So that I'm teaching them about like what's the freshest stuff to wear, the Carhartts and all that stuff. So that's where I got the name Irvington. But anyways, to how we met, we are at Fairleigh Dickinson in Morris Plains at that studio. Mikael, my B-Boy Magnificent at the time, brought you, but he told me, he knew. He's like, yo, these two cocky ass motherfuckers, bro. He's like, yo, these two short ass cocky motherfuckers. Once they meet, I know it was gonna happen. Because the minute I see you, I look at you sideways.
Yeah. That's how it is.
I was like, all right.
Oh, you think you nice?
I look at you sideways. And then once you got down, I'm like, okay, good. Because I always pride myself in exchanging with people that would help me level up. Because if I see you got style, and I see you got flavor, and I see you got skills in general, I wanna be the one to go after you.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I wanna, because like I already know I can take this kid out.
That's light work. That's easy. That's
light
food.
work. No, that don't do nothing for me.
Yeah.
So I like to challenge myself in life in general. So when I see you get down, I'm like, okay, good. That's something gonna happen. But Mikael knew. He's like, I knew, because he's a troublemaker. He's watching me like,
yes.
That's something gonna happen. And then that was it. And we battled that day.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. You called me out and everything. You called me a biter or something. Some
did
move
I?
Did.
Did
You're like,
I?
yo, you a baby biter or something from Ground Zero. I'm like, some move I did, some freeze. I'm like, dude, I did a freeze myself. I'm like, who the hell is baby from? Because a lot of the times, as B-boys, a lot of the things that we do, we created ourselves. Yep. And then somebody else is manifesting that same energy somewhere else and created it. Granted, we didn't have social media back then. So we didn't really see each other until 9 months after an event or until I see you. For example, Juanito. A lot of people tell me that's the first time ever they see an air chair. He never seen it before. He did it. He just made it out.
Bro, he just made air
He just
chairs.
made it in his head. He just made a mistake and then he ended into freaking one hand, and that was an air chair. That's how we operated back then. Now these days, man, these kids got like everything at their disposal: social media, YouTube's, which is a great thing, but at the same time, not enough originality.
It starts to look the same.
It starts to look the same, and it's dime a dozen.
Yep.
You see some beautiful things, but at the end of the day, it's just like you're not seeing. You can't say, that's style dancing. Oh, that's Irv. Oh, that's Mikael. Like nobody has their own.
It all blends in.
Nobody has their own originality and their own flavor. There's no more signatures anymore.
At all.
So, yeah, man, that's how we met, and then we battled the first time and everything, and then after it was said and done, we shake hands, you're like, you dope. Like, you dope too, you cool, and then that was it. And
that was it, and 20 years later. 20 years later,
and then we
bro.
start going around the club and speaking motherfuckers.
Ooh, I remember, right? I wanted to get into a group, right, in high school. They were called Uptown Breakers. Mm-hmm. My freshman year was 96, and I went there. I didn't really see breakdancing like that. And then my sister and her boyfriend at the time were teaching me how to breakdance probably when I was like 7 or 8, 9.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Out of sight, out of mind. I didn't know what I was doing. It wasn't until I found out when I started breaking, I had like a flashback. I'm like, why is this so natural to me? I feel like I should have been doing this. Mm-hmm. And then I look back and I'm like, oh shit, I did this when I was 7.
Yes, sir.
And now I'm like, oh, this is it. This is my calling.
This
like,
is
this
it.
is it, right? So then I wanted to be an Uptown Breaker so bad. So summer of 96, I practiced the whole summer and I didn't tell anybody. Nobody knew. It was just me. I rented Beat Street, Wild Style, Style Wars, the graffiti documentary. I went hamon, bro. And I just watched everything. And I was like, nothing existed to me.
Yep.
Nothing but breakdancing.
That's it.
And this was it.
Tunnel vision.
I went back 97, sophomore year. First day of school, bro. I went in there ready for sauce, right? I went in there with a gray hoodie that I had my brother-in-law's boy airbrush for me. Just had a guy in the back like that. Mm-hmm. It had a city landscape. It was trash. It was trash artwork, right? Mm-hmm. But to me, it was like, I'm dope. Like, this sweater's dope. I walked in there and I seen one of the Uptown Breakers crew. His name is TJ. Shout out to Reels, aka TJ. Right? I'm walking into math class and he tapped me on my shoulder. I know who he is. Yeah. Because he's Uptown Breakers. He's like, yo, what's that sweater about? He G-checked me on he G-checked me, bro, on a hoodie. So I was like, oh shit. You know, because I'm like, I want to be down. He said, what's that sweater about? I'm like, nothing, I breakdance. He was like, and the teacher, it looked like beef. So teacher's like, all right, separated, whatever. He's like, after class, you gonna show me something. And I'm like, oh, fuck. The whole math class, I couldn't concentrate. I'm like, fuck. This is it. 3 months, 2.5 months. It's summertime, boy, just get it popping.
Yeah.
After class, bro, the bell rang. He was already outside the door.
Waiting.
I'm like, what the fuck? How'd you get out so quick, dog? Like, right? So I come out, he's like, yeah, he was outside like this with his foot on the thing, and I walked out. He's like, yo, where you going? I need to see something. If not, you can't rock that hoodie. And I was like, oh, shit. I did some trash-ass foot sweeps, right? Horrible 3-stepping in my head. That was the best. That was the first and scariest audition I ever had to this day. It was like, oh, no. Right? And that's it. And that's how it started. And they welcomed me into the crew. And then that happened. Then I went into, Knuckles. Josh, remember? He used to dance on his knuckles.
Yes.
Working at McDonald's with breakdance. He's like, oh, he breakdanced too. But he was like a solo warrior. He never had a crew. Yeah. He's like, I don't need anybody. This I get down. Whoever wants sauce could get it. And this is it. Yes. And I was like, I need warriors like that. I was like, yo, let's start a crew called the Ill Ones. And it was only me and him. I was like, this summer, I think it was 98, I was like, we're calling out everybody. I was like, I don't care, on site. If we run into a B-boy, if we're in the mall, we're at the church, I don't care. As soon as we see him, it's ham. Oh. And that's how it started. I battled Carlos, bow-legged. I came after him.
Where you guys at?
At St. Mary's Church of Perth Amboy.
Okay.
Bro,
I was going to say Hunka Bunka.
No.
But that was probably later on.
I knew of him because he was from Fords at the time. Yeah. So I knew of him. I heard there were people over there. I'm like, oh, there's people in Fords?
That's throwing down?
I was like, okay, wait till I see him. And I saw him. I was like, we're throwing down. It was almost beef. But it was B-boy beef. It wasn't like I didn't want to fight him. It was like B-boy beef. Like, no, dog. And I just went, me and Josh were like 2-on-2. I'm calling you out. He'll call somebody out. And then it was just, we got to run through everybody. Yeah. Once we get everybody out the way, then we'll shake hands and be like, it was all love. Yeah, man. We just got to let you know what it is.
It's such a good, beautiful thing,
it's
man.
It's a good feeling, right? And there was no internet, like you said.
No, none. Nobody was there to record this. And similar situation with me. As far as like how I started breaking. I mean, I was breaking back in the island when I was in Haiti. That's where I kind of grew up as a toddler.
What age did you leave Haiti?
I lived, I came to the States when I was about like 12 years old.
Oh, wow.
12, 13 years old when I came, 13, something like that, 13, 14 years old. I came to the States.
Straight to Irvington?
Went straight to Irvington.
Okay.
Went straight to the hood.
Culture shock, right?
Culture shock. You
were like, what the
But I loved it. I was always into hip-hop because back then in the island, they used to call me Michael Jackson. Because I know all the moves, man. I got invited to all the birthday parties. Because they know I'm going to throw down. They know I'm going to dance. I'm going to start the party. This isn't anything new to me. Yeah. So I used to be invited to all the little birthday parties because I was a dancer, and because I would start the party. So when I came to the States in Irvington, and there was a revolution going on, I would say, during that time, because like all the new dances, it was in the hood, like house. So everybody was like the dookie booty.
Yeah, like that Jersey house
all
shit.
that Jersey
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
So that was going on in my school. Although I was this little quiet, tiny little kid, little Frenchie they used to call me. But
you know how to speak French?
oh yeah, French Creole.
Word.
My first language was Creole. In school, we all learn French. The books are in French.
Oh, shit, for real?
You read, write, and speak French in Haiti. But like at the house, in the home with my grandparents, my great grandparents, my family, we all speak Creole. That's the language.
Yeah.
That's the slave language.
Yeah.
I call it slave language because like when we lost our language coming from Africa. And in order for us to relate to the slave captures, I don't call them masters. So they because they captured us. So and in order to communicate with them, and then granted they didn't give us like the ability to go to school and learn the language.
Yeah.
So we had to find a way to communicate with them. So the French end up being a broken down French, just like the Jamaicans speak that patois, and it's the same exact thing.
Yeah.
So that's when that's how the language Creole started. It's a broken French. It's the slaves trying to speak
To each
their
other.
captors,
Yep.
not to their captors. Not to each other, because we already speak the same language. We came from the same.
Oh,
same area.
I get what you're saying.
So they try to the
yeah.
slave captures. They try to speak to them in their language. So they try to relate to them, and then that's when we create that broken French, which is
now
Creole.
Creole. Oh.
You know, so we all speak it at home, in the homes, and all that stuff. And but like when you go to school, the books,
It's
obviously
proper French.
It was proper French.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got to Irvington around 13, 14. You
Yeah, I
already
got
knew your
around
shit
13,
already.
14, went to Irvington High, and shout out to Irvington, man, the class of 93. So when I got to Irvington, the little Frenchy kids, little that they know, I can throw down. So I used to
They
go
was
to the
sleeping.
dance. I used to go to the dances on Friday night. So now I'm the one on the wall. They do the wall dance and everything, and doing all the dookie booty.
Yeah.
I mean,
Killing it.
I was killing it, man. I was
Killing it.
Now, every now and then I would just get down, do a little knee spin or something, or do a little freeze. But B-boys weren't really like the thing back then. But I always go back to that because that was like my foundation. So I always go back to that. So regardless what other dances that I do, breaking was always there for me. That was like my, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lose. All right, you're gonna lose a battle. You gotta put out the big guns.
Word.
Bam, 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 bam,
Word.
bam. To a freeze. Spin real quick.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. It's
a
done.
wrap.
Shut it down. So yeah, man. So 91. Yeah, 91, 92.
Damn.
I was killing it.
That's crazy.
I was killing it over there. And I was known because of that. They're like, okay, well, you are cool. You cool. They don't mess with me because I'm cool. He's a dancer. Nobody mess with
Yeah,
dancers.
and because it's the hood. They're like, some people are fools, some people could get it. But they're like, nah, he plays football.
Yeah.
He might have a chance to get out of here. Let him live. He does this. He's a rapper. He got bars.
Yeah.
Let him live. He's
Yep.
a dancer.
him
Anybody else,
live.
if you ain't got no skill, homie.
got no skills,
you
you
better
gotta do
join a gang or
something.
something. You're going to have
Yes.
to do something.
So, I mean, I got lucked out also because of my dancing. That was one of it. And then also I had my cousin. Because back then, like, if you're from the island, they didn't mess with you. You know what I mean? They didn't mess with you from the island and everything. We got discriminated against like everybody else. If you're from the island.
By
You got discriminated against by the other kids, by the African American kids.
Yeah.
Because you weren't cool. Because you're not wearing the Lee Dungaree jeans. You're not wearing the Jabors. You're not wearing... Haitian parents are giving you that. They're like, I'm not going to buy you an $80 Jordans.
You lucky we here.
Like, you were eating chicken, good, and all that stuff. You're not... you're not dealing with... No.
So they're looking at you like, look at this dude over here.
They're like, yo, what you need to do is bring those A's and B's. Not even those B's, actually. You got to bring A's, straight A's. So we were the nerds. We were the original school nerds in the hood.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah. Fuck. Right? So we used to get beat up and all that stuff, get made fun of because we don't wear the cool stuff. We wear jeans with hard bottoms.
Yo, you out here with the dress shoes on?
Yo, he said, I thought it was cool to go to school wearing jeans and like no socks with my shoes and everything. Thought I was cool. They're like, no, man, he didn't do it like
what
that.
Are those?
What are those?
You're like, what? Thought they're made in Italy.
Yeah.
Like, these are dope. They're like, nah, fam.
No, fam. We don't do that.
We don't do that over here.
Snake skin.
Man. Yeah. Word. This is the hood. You got to run. You ain't running in them things. Word. Damn.
So we, and then eventually, I know we're jumping from subject to subject, but eventually what ended up happening is like the Haitians start organizing themselves, and the Guyanese started organizing themselves. The Jamaicans was already all right. They were cool because they didn't have to deal with too much of the drama that we had to deal with because they speak English. Now, all those little Haitian kids and the other kids who are from an island that speaks different language.
Yup.
They had to learn the language. So we had to deal with that, man. So as much as a culture shock that it was to me, I had to learn it. I had to learn how to infiltrate.
Oh, that's a good word.
So once I infiltrated, because I had already educated myself on the American culture.
Over there. Okay.
Hip hop. Yeah. Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Donna Summer. Because I grew up in listening to disco. My father used to listen to disco a lot. Back then, he had Big Four, whatever, same thing. So I already had like an understanding what it was. And then once they see that I was official,
they were like, oh,
the kid's cool. He's good.
Word.
And then after that, I was just spanking motherfuckers, bro.
That's it, bro. Going ham on them.
Oh, that's it.
That's just so crazy.
Plus, I was cute too,
Let them know. That's that B-boy talk. They don't know.
Yo, listen. They're like, listen.
Hide your wife.
Hide your kids. Yes, sir.
Yo. But it's so crazy when I look back, right? At those early years of breaking. And I'm like, that really shaped even my thoughts of how I moved through life.
Yeah.
I moved through life on a B-boy level where it's like everybody's food until I get to know you.
Yeah.
And once I get to know you, if you're cool, then we're cool. But if not, you can get it. But not on, it's like, not even on a battle level. It's like, where do you stand at? Where do you walk? Because I met a lot of B-boys that I still don't like.
Yeah.
I still don't like.
Yeah.
Not gonna name them, but I still don't like them. And they can still get it, right? This is what I mean. I hope they still do it, but they can still get it. But if you run into those, and those are people that you run into life, you're like, yo, he's a snake from day one, outside of B-boy. You're like, that guy I don't trust. Like, he moved funny, so I'm not even gonna deal with
them
that.
on a human level.
On a human level, outside of B-boy. But I feel like my barometer is because of B-boy.
Yeah.
Then now that's my level of like, I just apply what I learned then till for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I will continue to be like, oh shit, I don't know.
You always can tap into that, man.
Word. Do you feel the same way? Like,
I feel very similar to that because I mean, even now I'm a full time. I'm gonna die a B-boy.
Word.
And I think a lot of people somewhat reinventing themselves with things, but that's the formula. To me, the B-boy is the formula. That's why I don't change my name. That's why I always keep it as a B-boy, B-boy Irv. People still know me as B-boy Irv.
Yeah.
I don't want to change that.
Yep.
It's such a big part of me that it's something that I will pass down to the next generation. And my son right now is a beast.
I seen the videos.
He's a mess.
Seen the videos.
He's a beast, but he's a beast not just like as far as like as a when you take it to the dance level, but understanding the moves, understanding the movement, understanding the movement. Yeah, and I can drop him anywhere. He knows how to handle himself.
Word.
And that
as
all
a B-boy.
As a B-boy.
That's what I mean. You got
as
that little chip
as a
where it's
B-boy,
like,
as a human, everything, and then that all comes from that. It comes from that hip hop. So that's my legacy to live to him. Because that's something that actually did so much for me as a young adult. And hip hop did a lot for me. And still continue to do for me right now.
I fucking love it, bro.
Dude.
Love it, bro.
Whoa. You know what I'm saying?
I could be on that, bro. You put me on an island with I tatted the 4 elements on my ribs, bro. Like, I'm that hip hop.
Yes.
I tattooed the 4 elements on my ribs, bro. Like, I'm a die hip hop. Do I listen to other shit? Yeah. Would I listen to Billie Eilish? Yeah. Do I listen to this? Yeah.
Oh, I listen to everything.
But bro,
I listen to everything. I'm a big rock guy. I listen to a lot of rock and roll.
Do you?
In high school, even when I was in the hood in Irvington, I was listening to rock and roll.
Damn.
Appetite for Destruction was one of my first album and everything. Double album, the cassettes, Guns N' Roses, and then a little later, Metallica. And then a little later, that's when the whole Seattle movement started with Nirvana, Stone Temple Pilot, all those guys started. So, and I was going home and watching MTV.
Yo.
So when I'm going home watching MTV, I was watching Pauly Shore.
Yo, Pauly Shore, bro. Damn.
I was watching all those, man. So it's more than anything, it teaches me about overall the American culture.
Yep.
It was a culture that I learned, but I was still in the hood, living and breathing hip hop.
Yep.
But I had an uncle that introduced me to all different aspects of life. He's like, listen, there's more than this. You can learn other things. So that's when he came home one day. He just gave me a double cassette to Appetite for Destruction, Guns N' Roses. And that was it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Like,
I can dig that. So he would put it in the car, take me for rides. He would drive me to different neighborhood. And he's like, yo, listen, your hood, it's just a little small area of what this is all about. Expand, explore. And that's why even today, that's my favorite thing to do is travel the world.
Yeah, you
go learn about different culture.
Yeah. I see you go a lot. You've been to a lot of places, bro.
I go to a lot of places. But what he did for me, that works for me when I go to different places now, the same word that I used before, I can infiltrate.
Oh, that's such a good word.
I can infiltrate. Because the minute I go in, it's like I'm myself. And you're just going to either like it or you don't like it. But if you will, and you know that my intentions are right.
Real recognize real. You know.
Because it's the same thing all over the world, man. You just go somewhere, man. You operate with respect, integrity, and ethics. Those are the formulas, man. You just go in, you just respect everybody. You not stay in your lane, so to speak, but like you just operate like a damn human.
Yeah.
Show some goddamn respect and everything, and that's it. And then the people will respect you back.
You got to give it. You have to give respect first.
To get it.
In order to get it. And it's hard for people to do because you got to swallow your pride and your ego for that. But my thing is, you have to do that. And if you're, not capable, you should. If you're capable of do that, you most likely can walk through anywhere on this planet.
Anywhere, dude.
Anywhere.
I don't care where it's at. Where?
You can walk through the worst slums ever. The way you walk through that slum, they're going to be like, oh, I get it. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, you one of them. You're one of those.
You're cool.
Oh, you cool.
I don't know how long we're gonna have you here, but for now you're good. And then you either gonna overstay your welcome, you gotta be out, or you're here for good.
Or you're gonna be that dude, like people just gonna be around and they just don't get tired of it. You can,
Or that.
you kind of like you kind of like chicken. You can never get rid of chicken. You can cook it any other way. You can't. I always go back to food. It's not my problem, but I'm a food guy. I mean,
Oh shit!
but I like to think of it that way, man. I like to think of it that way, that like we all connected to the higher being, man. And you go and operate in certain ways. You operate as you should. People it doesn't matter what language you speak, what is the color of your skin. You follow those rules, man, the rules of engagement, and you'll be all right. But, I mean, I'm speaking from experience. I've been on the other side of the world, man. I still have friends. I have friends in China, Hong Kong. I have friends in Mexico. I got friends in France. I got friends in Italy. So all those places you have friends is because, like, when I go in, it's just like it's myself. I'm being myself, but at the same time, those rules that you gotta be respectful to others. You gotta be respectful to people's culture.
Yep.
You have to respect how they move. They don't move like you, so you have to respect it.
Yeah, especially on their territory.
On their territory, also.
You have to understand how they, and then you kind of, like you said before, like stay in your lane. Not stay in your lane as if like you're not allowed to express, but when you first walk in somewhere, play your position.
Play your position. But a lot of people are not house trained.
Word.
A lot of folks are not. And I blame their freaking parents for it, obviously. And I was fortunate enough to be brought up by some very strong, God-fearing women. My great-grandmother and my grandmother who raised me as a child. And I had a strong male figure in the house. Well, actually, I had a few male figures in the house. My Uncle Luke, my Uncle Gene, and of course, the king himself, my father. And taught me a lot. House trained me.
Yeah.
And knowing like when I go places and how to move.
Yeah, my mom said, "Don't embarrass me.
Don't embarrass me.
We're not
Don't
around.
mess up my last name."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
My father always told me like, "Yo, my last name," and I tell the same thing to my son. I'm like, "This last name doesn't belong to you, brother.
Ooh,
it belongs to me. It belongs to this guy. So you're gonna have to honor it, and respect it."
And then when you have a June, you tell him that name doesn't belong to him. It belongs to you.
It belongs to you. You gotta pass that down. So. Yeah, man.
That's crazy though. So now, do you think your upbringing formulated how you view yourself as a B-boy? Like, do you think if you was like if you didn't go to the hood or you didn't come here at 13 with a culture shock, do you think you would have found B-boy the way you found it?
Oh my God, yeah.
You think you still would have found it?
I found it over there. I was doing it in Haiti already.
Yeah.
I was breaking in Haiti already.
But did your style formulate over here?
My style didn't formulate it yet, but still, in a way it did. It's like stepping stones, There's levels to this.
Yeah, there's levels, because my shit changed.
Yeah, it changes, bro.
Yeah.
It changes,
Once I found Deep House, my shit changed a lot.
Once I found house, it was freedom. It was a different type of freedom, I should say. But I think it's just maturity.
I think that's what it, because Deep House I feel like is so mature.
I think house taught me about maturity in the art.
Yes.
Because now I'm not trying to take somebody out anymore. So it's almost like I'm not fighting anymore.
Yeah.
Because I just want to take everybody out.
Yeah.
Now it's more like I want to enjoy this for what it is.
Exactly.
I want to enjoy, but I want to exchange with you.
Still.
More than I want to take you out.
Yeah. It's like, let's share.
But I got to switch.
Energy. Oh, yeah.
But that B-boy switch it's always there.
It's there.
Oh, it's there.
You do the wrong face even.
Oh, the one face.
Like,
yeah. You would trigger me.
Yeah, I'll get triggered.
Yeah.
I get triggered, bro. Bro, I get so triggered. And listen, we're going to stay on B-boy. We're going to get to house, right, in a second. Because even the house scene changed for me. Mm-hmm. The house scene changed for me. And I got into it late. when it was already on its way out. And then I'm like, I was so excited, right? Well, let's get there. But with B-boying, I feel like I had a long run with it.
Yeah.
To where I still do it now on the weekends in my crib. I don't go out no more because of the scene. I don't like it. It's just, it changed.
I know
and
exactly
I didn't
what you
change
mean.
with it. It was just like, damn. But this is my thing. I always say you have to accept change.
Yes.
If you don't accept change, you're not moving through life right, because everything changes. And I used to be like, if it's gonna change, I'm gonna take my ball and go home.
That's it.
I'm taking my radio and I'm out. That's how I was. And then I was like, that ain't right. I was like, you think what I'm doing now, I'm thinking I'm respecting the culture. If they look back, they're gonna be like, this fucking kid.
Yeah, he's such an asshole.
He's not fucking doing it right. But I'm like, I am doing it right. And they're like, no, you're not. Not the way we want you to do it. So now I'm looking at them, and I used to get mad. Now I'm like, I got to let them do what they got to do. Like, this is where it's changing too. So I had to accept it. You know what I mean? So it was just accepting that change was hard, because I just saw it little by little slipping away. But I had a long run with it. It was like a 13-year run of straight hard body hip hop.
Yeah.
Like, it was for real. Like, this is all we thought about. I did for 13 years.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn. So when that left for me, it was like, damn, we getting paid for this now? Like, we were doing this we don't even get up to not get paid for it. It's
I
like,
gotta pay $30 to get to the club or something. What's going on?
yeah, I gotta pay to get in. Or it's like, wait, they're paying us to break dance.
And I'm bringing the energy.
Word. And I gotta pay to get in. And then when they paid us to break dance, like, let's do shows and this and that, I'm like, hold on. I'm like, wait a minute.
You were I remember that. You were always doing rehearsal. You used to be in the back, man. You're like, you just didn't want it.
I didn't want it.
You didn't want
I'm
it.
Like,
you didn't want it at all.
I was like, is this it? I was thinking in
Is
my
that where
head,
we're
like,
going with this?
they're pimping us.
I remember that. I remember at the studio in
When we were doing the Knicks. For the halftime show for the Knicks.
I remember at the studio in Metuchen very clearly. You're sitting there and we doing the routines and everything. I'm like, oh man, you just wasn't into it. You just like
not.
You just like because you were hip hop.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
A lot of us didn't really mind too much, because like we wanted to be on TV. We wanted to do this. You just didn't give a flying F, bro. You just wanted to just break.
Yeah.
You always were that guy, who operate in that way. And that's why I always got respect for you. There was no Vaseline, dude. You give it to him raw. You were always raw with it in all sense of the word, not just the dance itself, but how you move as a person. And you went about that life. So you figured it out. You figured it out a long time ago before we even figured it out. You had already figured this shit out like a long time ago. You ain't want that shit. Nah. You're like, nah, this is why I was doing it. This is what I'm doing it for. But you can read when it was becoming not fun for you because it started becoming business.
Yeah. And then it was like, what song choice are we picking here?
Yeah.
What are we wearing?
You can't wear a helmet because you're going to scratch the floor during the halftime, because I remember those things that happens like that.
Yeah.
That transpired to it. I remember.
It was I'm all for it, right? I was all for it. The song choice threw me off the rip. I was already like, no. This is a problem. Because I break dance to Jedi Mind Tricks. I'm out here Mobb Deep. I could get down with some old school, whatever. But I was that, like, when I wasn't breakdancing, I was listening to hardcore hip hop, necro, nonfiction, Jedi Mind, like some like dark hip hop.
Yeah.
That's why when I b-boyed in another, I was aggressive. I just needed a beat and the counts. But in my head, I was listening to something else.
Something else, yeah.
Because I was too like, that can't be. Unless
that
it was
can be
Tribe.
it.
When Tribe came on, or Black Sheep, it was more like, But if it was a battle, I don't care what you played, I went to Genomantrix in my head. I
Yeah.
just needed the 4 counts, and I'm taking heads off. Somebody's bleeding at the end of this battle. Somebody's gonna take this L, and it ain't gonna be me. You know what I mean? So my mind was there. So when that happened, I was like, fuck. And mind you, I'm in a room full of murderers. So now I'm like, what are we doing?
What's going on?
They took the bullets out his gun. They took the bullets out his gun. I know him. And then I'm like,
Say isn't so.
and I was like, oh, is this it? This is where it all goes downhill.
Yeah.
And if I participate in this, am I gonna be responsible for the downfall of something I love so much? Because what happens if they look back? Like, it was you who started this.
Yeah.
You took it away. And I was like, oh shit. And I checked out. Was it a smart thing?
You checked out before we even started, dude.
I did.
I used to watch you in the back. I'm like, come on, Style, you got this. Why you weren't doing it? It's like, yeah, I wasn't into it. But like, I think it's like back then, we didn't understand show business.
I didn't.
Because it wasn't about the culture as much as it was the entertainment industry. Because there is a show and there's a business. That's why it's show business. We were fortunate enough to get a couple of great people who were in the industry who try to allow us to see it. But they didn't really know how to teach us how to be a B-boy, but we didn't really know how to choreograph it and package it.
Yes.
They knew, but they were dancers. Shout out to Kristen Ballin. She was one of the ones to hook us up,
it
man.
was a dope.
It was so dope.
I want to clear one thing up before we continue.
She wasn't. She's a beautiful soul. Got us and understand the what we had and how she wanted to put it out there and give us exposure.
Yes.
But we were raw. And we were like so rough around the edges because we were raw B-boys at the time. We didn't want this. We wanted to take people out.
Yep.
But
I do respect it all.
oh
and I
yeah,
appreciate
now
the
that we
offer.
appreciate it more
Now
than we
I'm like,
understand it,
yo,
but like where we were, come
listen,
on,
at the end of the day, I still got to break dance in Madison Square Garden on the hardwood floor
in the middle of
with
Madison Square
nobody
Garden.
there. Where the Knicks play. This is historic. How many B-boys?
Before a lot of people were doing it and organizing themselves.
Exactly.
We started doing things before a lot of, because like back then it was like, okay, they got one B-boy that can do a move and blah blah blah. They didn't have that package. They didn't have that unity. A bunch of B-boys that were like in a group and they were brothers. I don't think that was going on before in the private sector. It wasn't that big.
No.
That was kind of like the beginning of it, because I can see a lot of people later on started doing it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad like we were one of the first group
Yup.
who started doing it. So shout out to Soldiers, man. All my
shout out
brothers,
to
man.
Soldiers.
Carlos, Sneeze,
Everybody,
Evan,
man.
Mikael, Juanito, all them boys, man. We started with, man, even Rod, Johnny, Bland,
And it's crazy because it's like, you already know, I'm ill ones for life.
Yes, sir.
Right? I'm the ill one. I'm Uptown Breakers first because that's who groomed me. Shout out to my homie Robert, a.k.a. DOA. He was doing Halos in 97. Who was doing... I had every B-Boy Battle of the Year VHS ever. I'd never seen a Halo. All of a sudden, windmill. And I'm like, did he mess up?
Yeah.
I'm like, what is that? What is that thing? It didn't have a name, bro. It was just like, what the hell is that? 3 years later, they're like, oh, it's a Halo. I'm like, a Halo?
Yeah.
Robert was doing that 3 years ago on the...
Dude is spinning on his like
on the crown of his head.
on his forehead or whatever, and it's like,
and that was his move.
Yeah.
But he didn't see it either. He thought he made that up.
I made that up. Yeah.
That's what you were saying before. How like somewhere it's getting manifested in another way. We just don't know.
Yep.
Because that's the love of art, where it's like in the thing of art, where you're like, you think you made it, and you're like, I birthed this. And you see somebody else from across the way, you're like, how the fuck? Like, I thought that was mine. He's looking at you like, bro, I thought I made it. Like, what are we going to do here? You know what I mean? And he all has his own little style. But shout out to Soldiers and that whole experience. And that was the end of my hardcore B-boy days when I was like, the battles I'm over. I battled at Rocksteady, and I battled.
What year was that actually with Rocksteady? Because I kind of remember. Was it like 2001,
It had to
2002?
be because I was with Shorty around 2000.
Oh, yo, Shorty.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Yeah, that's how you got
Right. That's how I gauged the year, right?
Like,
what year I was with her.
You're that good. The Shorty.
I think it was like 2000 and because we were going to Rocksteady. I have the fucking plaque in the glass case. I'm gonna show you the lanyard with a Lipton Brisk iced tea with James Brown on it. I got it on there, bro. I'm gonna show you when we get out of here.
Is that the year the little kid, the 13-year-old kid, won the entire thing, the one-on-one?
He was hand.
It was that little kid from, I think it was from like...
was he Mexican?
No, I think it was from, I forgot his name, man, but I think...
Had a weird style, like a kind of rubbery.
Yeah,
and he had a lot of
it was
like
from Vegas or something.
weird style.
I think it was from Vegas.
But I don't know what year, but I battled. It was K-Mel was it was K-Mel from Boogie Brats, one of the judges. Fuck, who were the other two judges? I know K-Mel was one of the judges, and I
remember that. I remember that did
I
really
looked
well.
up to the Boogie Brats, and they were like, Styles, I signed up. This is like the third year in a row that I'm signing up for Rocksteady battles. It was like whatever, but I'm like, I'm already feeling like this is my last one. Because even Rocksteady got crazy. I was in the elevator with Crazy Legs, right? This is what threw me off to the whole shit. I'm in the elevator. I walk in. Crazy Legs is there. I'm like, what's up, man? He's like, what's up? Somebody asked him something. He's like, I'm so fucking over this, bro. I don't even want to do this anymore. This is corny. And in my head, I'm like, oh, you're supposed to be. This is your shit.
Yeah.
And you're talking like, fuck this? Now I'm like, well, fuck this. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to be here now. If you're not happy, you know what I mean? Because now I'm like, whatever. But what was his name? I think it's on, I don't think I even got it on video. Kamikaze. Vietnam. I think his name was Vietnam. Vietnam, bro. When they said his name, I didn't know who Vietnam was. So I'm in there.
From Rhythm Bugs, those Cali kids.
Right? So all of a sudden it was like, Styles. Everybody was like, clap, clap. 3 claps. Vietnam. Ooh. I was like, oh, shit.
I remember that I was there.
I was like, they know something I don't know. It's like, fuck. Bro, I lost that battle, right? I don't know. I know I lost. That one battle, I feel like I didn't lose that battle. The reason that they decided to go with him, I feel like, is because he didn't even throw everything out.
Yeah. It's politics.
It's politics, but you know, it's
politics.
crazy.
In organized battle, there's always politics.
I seen Ken Swift, Easy Rock. What's the other dude that used to kind of pop black hair? Not Ken Swift, not Easy Rock. Mr. Wiggles.
Wiggles?
See Mr. Wiggles, right? I'm walking with my shorty, Juanito. I'm mad as hell. He's walking his girl, and I'm like, fuck. I thought I won that. Juanito's like, yeah, you won that one, bro. But what were you going to do in the other rounds?
The other rounds,
You threw all your shit out.
Yeah. You just unload and blew and load and shit.
That's it. But still, I won that one. Let me get that one. I should have won, right?
You get mine.
So I see Mr. Wiggles, and he was like, yo. At the light, by the time, he's like, yo, to be honest, you won that battle. K-Mel voted for you. The other two voted for Vietnam. You won that battle, but you weren't going to go any further. And I was like, you right. But I'm like, what luck of the draw that I got this murderer. My first round.
Yo, those guys, man, those guys were like...
That's when I knew there's levels.
Yes, there's levels.
That I gave up the love. I don't know if I have enough love as they got.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I thought I loved it.
They changed the game. Those guys, those Rhythm Bugs guys, they changed the game in that era because like the game in New York wasn't really, it was more underground. They had New York had always had some dope b-boys.
Yeah.
But as far as organize themselves more for in the battle scene, and reinvent themselves in a way that's evolving the game and throwing new shit, crazy shit. It was those boys over there.
Yeah, because I feel like we were I feel like we were cypher B-boys.
Yeah.
Like we were cypher B-boys. Then I feel like they came up, like it turned into battle B-boys.
Battle B-boys,
Like
yeah.
you got rapping and you got battle rappers.
They couldn't dance for shit. That's for sure.
No, they couldn't dance
They
for
were
shit.
moving backwards, yeah. They couldn't rock. They didn't rock at all.
But when they
Yeah.
exploded, fam, it was like, oh, they're defying gravity over there.
Blow up, power, strength, and then they started all that, and then like they start going up in the air, and then that was it.
That's when I was like, I checked out.
That's it. They would start going up in the air, and then that was game over. But New York always had the jams, man. New York always had the jams. I mean, I gotta mention that. When I started b-boying again, and I started learning, I started shadowing my boy Tim. His name was B-Boy Charm. Little short kid, braids from Newark, only dancing his Timbs. He would go to the club with 2 pair of Timbs. The one that he don't want to scuff
The nice
up,
ones?
and then the nice one, and the one's gonna break in.
He rocking the Timbs? I had to have seen him.
You remember? Yeah, you've seen Tim, man. His name was B-Boy Charm. So Charm used to rock out with one of the original Problem School, Junie, Problem Child, rest in peace. This kid Double, Babyface. Later on, they started adding V and all those guys. But he used to rock out with those guys over in Connecticut. So I started shadowing him because he had, I'm like, man, he was walking around with a full deck of card. Like he had style, power, finesse, and everything. And then he
like,
can get
Timbs.
down and,
And then you're like, hold
and
on.
it's Timbs.
Give him a pair of sneakers.
And he's from my hood.
Word.
He was from Newark.
Word.
And I was like, oh man, I started going to clubs with him. He took me, because I was always popping. I was more popping at the time. I wasn't really getting down hard. He took me to Concrete Jungle on a Monday, I believe it was, on a Monday night on St. Mark's Place. I walked in that place, and then people were getting down. He goes right in it. So I was his boy, you know what I'm saying? I had his bag, so I can watch his bag for him because I wasn't ready.
Everybody had one of those.
Yeah, but I was watching his bag for him because I wasn't ready to go in like that.
Yeah.
And then when I looked in the cypher that were getting down, I saw this curly hair, buck-tooth motherfucker with some little white girl holding his bag for him always. I get to know that later on. And he went and did a bending thing. When he went into a handstand, he just bent his leg and then
Barely a hollow.
barely touched. I was like,
hollow bag.
I never knew it was a hollow bag.
Yeah.
I didn't know this shit
Yeah,
yet.
me
you know?
neither.
I was like,
You're like, oh shit, you could stop like
what
that?
the fuck is this? That was Jesus head spins. And I was like, that's the level?
Damn.
Whoa.
Shout out to him. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, man. Damn. That was my brother. But when I first, I'm like, whoa, what? This kid just went back and he did this thing. And I think I went home, dude. I think for like a year straight, that's all I practiced was hollow back. Because I wanted to get him. It just blew, that my head just went like,
Yeah.
And then even later on, we ended up becoming homies. That was like Concrete Jungle, man. And then we start going to the clubs, and then I started giving him a ride back. And I found out he was living in Jersey, so it was like, oh man, I need a ride back or whatever, you know what I mean? Yo, can I get a ride from you? Yeah. So he started getting in my car, so I started chopping it up with him, man. And then that was it, man. And we become homies, man. And yeah,
we lost a good one with that.
Oh man,
bro. Just a human in general.
Ooh.
Just
it
as
was a problem,
bro. His energy was so crazy that even now I feel it.
Yes,
like even now
I feel him all the time. I'm doing what I'm doing right now, a lot of it because of him, because of the conversation me and him we've had about putting Jersey on the map, doing my own thing, show these people that, like what we made of in Jersey and everything. It doesn't matter where you're from, it's where you're at. It's what you have to represent. He's like, yo, you raw, man. You just gotta let it be, man.
Let it be.
Just let it be. Show him what's up.
He was
like throw your dick around, bro. You know what I mean? And then he's like, oh, what about fuck that guy? That was his face. Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck
Word.
that guy. That was his
Word. Fuck that guy.
So,
bro, I remember, quick side note story with him, right? I got so many stories with him.
I got tons.
And there's people that got way more stories, but I feel like even mine, I didn't have that many, but I have a lot, right? I remember my job sent me to Florida to open. I used to sell speakers, right?
Yeah.
Disclaimer, I think the statute of limitations on this is over, so who cares? I did nothing illegal, right? I was selling speakers out of a van, right? Like, yo, dude, you on speakers, bro? But they worked.
Yeah.
I plugged them in for you. Like, I wasn't selling you, like, wet newspaper.
You wouldn't give him like the box without the speaker
I plugged
in
it
it.
in. No, this shit was fire. I wish I could have kept them for myself because the surround sound was fire. So they opened up a warehouse in Florida, and they were like, yo, you can go out there. I need you to go out there for a month. I went out there. He hit me up. Yo, what's up? He didn't even know that I was out there. I'm like, what's up, bro? I didn't even know.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, yo, I'm in Fort Lauderdale right now. I'll be here for like a month. He's like, get the fuck out. I'm in Miami. I'm like, no, you not. He's like, yo, I'm in Miami. And I'm like, yo, say no more. Give me the address, bro. I took a 2001 Chevy Astro van, Hunter Green.
Ooh, those.
Yeah, with the sliding door tinted windows, had the beige baseboards. He sends me an address, bro. And I go to Miami. I'm like, where is this dude at? And all of a sudden I hear boom, like a drum, like a conga drum. I'm like, that's Jesus. I still don't know. It's dark as fuck, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. And the drum's getting louder and louder and louder. Next thing you know, he opens up the door. Throws a conga drum with one drumstick. We out here, let's go. Like, he was so like, right now is all we have.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, bro, he got me into mansion, Clevelander, snatch and suite, no dress code, mansion on Crowbar on the last summer day there. And we walked to the door, right? Fitted on. I had like an Argyle golf sweater, fitted jeans and some dunks on. I'm like, I ain't getting this is South Beach. Like, they're not letting me in. And then Jesus is like, bro, watch. Yo, it's my boy from Jersey. He's a breakdancer too. Do you believe the bouncer's like, show me something? I'm like what? And Jesus is like, throw down, bro. It's like, right now? Like, it's not even, like, this ain't 95.
Yeah.
Like, throw down. I was like, fuck it. All right. I went in. Took the rope off. He's like, go ahead.
That's it.
Yo, and I picked him up for the whole month, twice a week. I was going out there from Fort Lauderdale. I'm from out there. I don't even know. I got lost one day. I told the crackhead, yo, I'm trying to get back to 95. He said, whatever you do, don't go that way. I was like, oh, shit. Good looks, homie. He was, a bum was like, don't go over there. Go that way. And it's like those days I think about it. And then it's like even the New York trips, I pick him up, we chill in Jersey City. He'll hop in the back of my Sea Rex, no seat. He just in the back, tight as hell. Like, we gonna party tonight. And I was like, I have never met someone like that, and I don't think I ever will. That freedom of all I got is now, and I don't care about anything.
Yeah.
I just want to love life and let's dance and let's chill, let's bug out and fuck that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
Oh man, rest in peace to Jesus.
That was my weather.
Right, but back to that. So let's transition back. All right, so B-Boy, we had that whole stint, right? And then do you feel that it changed? Did you ever feel like, I don't want to do this anymore?
Not that I didn't want to do this anymore, but more or less, I didn't. For the same reason we were talking earlier, that like you're like, oh, is this where this thing is going? I don't like. It's not enjoyable to me anymore.
Yeah.
So once it's not fun anymore, and then you see your homies are not operating how you want to be operating.
Yeah. And there's no judgment to them. They're just not moving how I'm moving.
We're all in our own journey.
Yep.
And I'm like, this isn't really fun at the time. So I had to kind of walk away from it a little to actually find like the love again.
Yeah.
Thank God to house music.
Oh.
Because house allowed me to go to a place and start moving again. For me, didn't like we go out with some of my homies. We go the first 2-3 people inside the place, and we will throw down crazy. Once people start coming in, we go chill.
Yep.
So now I know that like I found that love again for movement, for moving, for b-boying, which is like incorporated into my house, obviously, because that's my foundation. So that allows me to fall in love with b-boying again.
Yeah.
House had to give me that.
Yes, house gave me that love
House
back.
gave me that love
House
back.
gave me that love back.
For b-boying, because it's always gonna be in my repertoire. I'm always gonna incorporate that into it.
Always.
So has it changed, but yet I had to let it go to find the love again.
And it came back.
And it came back. And then when it came back to me, now I'm like, oh, I had to get this back in order for me to sustain it and then to be able to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
So B-Boy taught me how to be healthy again. Now, because I want to make sure that I can operate at that level, now I got to eat better. Now I have to train myself in a way that's not just dance training, but yet just my mobility.
Yep.
And mentally, physically, spiritually, everything. But let's just focus on the spirit. Let's just focus on the physical aspect of it for now. It allows me to be healthy in that sense. Now I know how to train myself better in order for me to actually have my stamina in certain ways, in order for me to stretch certain ways, in order for me to do those moves. And I'm learning like a new b-boy again. I'm working out a lot. I'm in the studio with Carlos a lot. I'm training with him. I've been going to the park just to run, just working my abs, just working certain things, which actually end up opening a whole new business for me that I'm doing right now during the quarantine, which is training individuals.
Oh, that's dope.
Personal training individual. And it was just because I had to do it for myself. But I only did it for myself because I wanted to be able to b-boy still and not be hurt.
It's crazy that's what it always comes back to.
It always comes back to that. Yeah. Oh, shout out to Estilo as well, because Estilo, he kicks my ass, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, just we go training. That is another one. It's a different beast as well. So that's what b-boy have done for me and keep doing it for me. Whenever I need to tap into something to either better myself, I always go back to b-boy. And I'm talking about better myself in a physical, spiritual level. And look at me now, and I feel great. But the only reason, partially, not even partially, mainly, it's because I want to always be able to move like that.
Yeah.
And because of it, like I know to train myself, to train my body now, because it's different. Now I have to apply the science. Now I have to apply the science more than just throw myself around, because I'm like, okay, if you're hurt, I'm out of commission, because I'm a man with a certain age. Okay, once you hit that,
you're not a spring chicken anymore.
But you can be. It requires more.
Yeah, it requires more to stay there.
What's
that? It's a corny ass saying, right? But this saying to me makes a lot of sense. A body in motion stays in motion. And a body in rest stays at rest.
Yes, sir.
It sounds like so cliche. You're like, duh. But it's fact. But it's science.
That's the formula.
It's science.
That's the formula right there. You gotta train it.
Word.
You gotta train. If you train it, you'll still be able to operate at even better than you did before.
Probably because
I'm
you're
stronger
older, you're
now.
More mature. Yeah,
I'm more mature and I'm more experienced. I'm smarter.
You know when to take a day off. I would try flares until I couldn't do it, and I knew that it was time to quit. I knew it was like, bro, you're so tired. If you didn't get it when you had energy, there's just no way that you're gonna get it now. But in my head, it was like, no, I am going to get it today.
Yeah.
And that is what made me have the style that I had, where it was like, I'm not giving up. And my thing was, and that's another thing, right? I felt like the way I did it in my head, I need to be infinite in movement. Power moves, there's a start, middle, and it ends.
Yeah.
With style, there is no end.
There's no end, yeah.
As long as you keep... I would do battles and not touch the floor for 3 rounds on purpose. Because after 3 rounds of me just top rocking, what are you going to do if you can't dance? You're going to do that? That ain't going to work.
Ain't gonna work.
Because I smoke you off top.
You might as well be a gymnast.
Right? So then after 3 rounds, you're done. Then I hit the floor. And now
Yeah.
what are you going to do? Head spins the other direction? Great. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, with that style that I had, I just wanted to be infinite. And it was like, there is no running out of moves. Because it's just creativity. And I felt like it got to the point that I think that I let the outside environment stunt my creativity. Like, instead of just continuing and just being like, I don't give a shit, it was like, they ain't ready.
Yeah.
Or like, they don't want to see this. They want to see that. So you know what? Whatever. I'm not even creating anymore. And then that's when I fell back on the like, man. And then like you said, I found house. And then I seen people breaking.
I remember you going out.
I didn't even know what I was doing. Then I found it, and it was like overnight. I was like, oh, I got it. Now I know. This is it.
It became fun.
It was so relieving that there was no ego tripping. At first, there was no ego tripping.
Yeah.
The Shelter on 39th Street.
Was that a Speed? Yeah, Club Speed. It was like the
It had the roof with
four
the
levels.
leaves.
The 4
No,
levels.
I went to one that had just
39 was Speed. Yeah, 39 was Speed. We go upstairs.
Yeah, but
upstairs
they had
different.
like the lesbian club downstairs.
That was
sat-
Speed.
Yeah.
That
And then
was
you go
Speed.
upstairs. Then you got Shelter. And then, the house section. And you could go up to the roof. That's when I met Lamar, Paulie Dog. Shout out to the homie
Lamar
Paulie
today.
Dog.
Yeah,
You
shout
what?
out to Lamar.
Glasses Lamar?
I just spoke to him like before I came here.
Nah. Say word.
Yeah, because you I'm
Damn,
co-hosting.
tell him I said what's up.
I will.
bro.
I'm gonna see him tomorrow. I'm co-hosting this event tomorrow called Move and Groove, and it's something we do outside in Hoboken. Me and my homie that I was breaking with back then, Muggsy. Remember Brian used to do the plunges on his finger? He was from North Jersey. That was before I got down with soldiers. That was my
Spanish
first.
cat?
He looks Spanish, but he looks Spanish. Yeah, like he was light skinned.
That ain't the
It
one
was,
with the weird. You know, remember that one dude that had the
plunges on
it
his
was like
fingers.
push-ups almost but
On
in the
his fingers,
air.
yeah.
I know you're talking about.
So that's
but
Brian.
Then there's that other guy that was real weird. Remember he had that like where his legs. It was like a rubbery type of style.
From North Jersey too.
I don't know if he was from Jersey, but he was always at the deep house spots.
Oh.
And he would like dance, and he'd be like, he was a B-boy too. In the B-boy scene, but even in the house spots, he would show up. It was real rubbery, where it looked almost like sloppy, like drunken style, but it really wasn't. Fuck, I gotta remember.
Didn't ring a bell, but I can.
But anyway, yeah. So the event tomorrow. What is that?
So the event is a house event.
You do this
mostly
once-
outside. We do it every Sundays in Hoboken at the Frank Sinatra Park in Hoboken.
Because right now it's July. For the people that don't know, right now it's July 4th.
It's July 4th.
So you do this every Sunday. This will
Every Sunday.
probably. I was putting out these episodes a week later from filming them because I wanted to like, just I got work and editing. The shit ain't that easy.
Yeah.
But now this became my full time thing. Well, I still work full time, but this is like my baby. Like I don't do anything. I don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
I don't do anything. It's either I work or I come here and I'm like, yo, and then I'm thinking about who I want to talk. So now I'm trying to put them out as soon as I record them.
Yeah.
So as soon as you leave, bro, I'm gonna
start
pop
the
another
pro- you
beer and
start
I'm gonna
the pro-
start.
you start the process.
And I'm gonna start the process. So by the time it uploads and all that, because we're already at 1 hour and 10 minutes, so it's a little bit. So this might be up by like tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So they might not hear it. But the reason I'm saying that is you do this every Sunday.
We do that every Sundays at the Frank Sinatra Park in in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Okay.
We started doing it. We just open up. It's open session. We are playing all different styles of music, but we focus a lot more on house, and we focus on salsa, bachata, so people can dance and have a good time. And the hours, we start at about 4:00. We're done at 11:00
at night.
At night.
The city lets you live that.
The city let us live, but we're dealing with a quarantine right now with this COVID-19 thing going on. So people wants to go out. The place is big, so people can be around and then still be, like I said, still be part of the event, of the ambiance, but yet you can, social distance yourself. And that's why we started doing it, because people wanted to go out. People want to start breathing air,
exercising,
get
your immune system right.
Get not just that, but like that physical, that mental is critical right now. Almost
right
more.
now. Depression is real.
We're providing that, and then I was fortunate enough to one of my favorite party in the city, which is Funk Box Party with celebrity DJ, legendary DJ, Mr. Tony Touch.
Shout out to Tony Touch.
Shout out to Tony.
Damn legend, bro.
And we always shout him out, and I always go to his Zoom room that he does. And I've been going to Funk Box for 5 years, and longer than 5 years.
Longer than that.
And the reason why I started going up there, it was kind of like a vehicle for me to just like get out and heal myself. Like I needed an outlet.
That was on Sundays.
I was on Sundays.
That's what it was hard to do for me, because I work Mondays.
So
Mondays,
I
did a
couple dude, I'll go to work. I go straight to work. Sometimes I don't sleep. But
but I drive trucks. I can't do it.
Can do that.
On the turnpike. Imagine with 90,000 pounds, I'm out here like last night was.
Not cool.
Yeah, I can't do that. That's another thing. Like, I couldn't take that sacrifice. And Saturday's shelter was banging.
Yeah.
I'll just go there.
But that's the new shelter. In my opinion, that's the new shelter. Funk Box. Because it gives it just like for the new gems to come and get a little dose of what it was.
What it used to be.
Get a little dose of that.
There's no ego. It kind of.
Listen, when you're dealing with artists, there's always gonna be some ego. You're dealing with dancers, there's gonna be some ego. You're dealing with humans in general, there's gonna be some ego.
I feel like shelter wasn't like that though. 39th Street. I feel like where it started was Cielo, where I kind of saw it changing. Where I'm
you got people. It's the people more than the events that's coming. Obviously, the event is there to give something different, but the people sometimes are the people who come in. Come with different energy, and you have to know how to deal with that different energy as well. You have to adapt to it or whatever, or know how to deflect it.
And just walk away.
I walked away. It's like boom. I know what I'm there for. Yeah. So when I started going to Funk Box, I think one of the places that I actually fell in love with it was at Sullivan Room. Going down in that basement, I loved it. In that music, once I'm going in that corner downstairs, I can hear it. Once I make that turn, it hits me.
It's closer, and you get closer.
I'm like
closer. You're like, I'm in.
Yes,
word.
So it's it's awesome that my party event that I started doing right now with my homie Muggsy on Sundays. It's an outdoor event, and for the 12th anniversary of Funk Box tomorrow, we're gonna join forces with Tony Touch and the Funk Box family, and then we're gonna do the anniversary party with Move and Groove, which is the event myself and my boy Muggsy is doing.
So Move and Groove is yours.
Move and Groove is mine and Muggsy.
Yeah, yours and Muggsy.
And Muggsy.
Move and Groove, and then for the 12th anniversary
of Funk Box, we were asked
Tony's
to join in with them and throw a little party and celebrating. It's gonna be dope. It's just the idea of doing
just the idea
of doing it with Tony is cool, man. Because I mean, listen, it's Tony Touch.
It's Tony Touch, bro. Not even.
We used to break to Tony Touch right there when we first started, man. I have his cassettes.
Bro, it's crazy. What I mean? It's so crazy that now you look back and you're like, oh yeah, like that's crazy.
That's crazy.
How the universe could bring you into that spot.
All because of what? B-boy.
B-boying.
Hip hop.
That's what I'm saying.
hip hop always has a way to come to my life to heal whatever that I'm freaking dealing with. You know what I mean? It always when we get back to me, it always goes back to that, and that's why I'm always gonna be B-Boy IRV because hip hop always bring it to me. Like my son yesterday asked me, "Oh, listen, Dad, we're gonna work out again." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "Because I want to start practicing a little more." Connecting me and him through B-Boy again.
And he'll never forget.
He'll never forget this.
He'll never.
So yeah, man. So that's like I said, it goes back to my homie Jesus as well, which he always tell me put Jersey on the map. So what we're doing is just like bridging the gap between New York and Jersey and bringing this party together to help people and heal and bring their art out and express themselves, because we need healing right now, dealing with the current condition going on in the world right now.
Everything
going in the world right now, and I think through dance we can actually do that. And then
that's definitely one of the outlets.
One of the big major outlets, especially for people who speak that language. You know.
Because it is a language.
It is a language.
You might not say words, but you know how I feel when you see me dance. You're like, oh, he's feeling happy today.
That's it.
Or I can see you dance, like, this motherfucker's mad today. Or like, oh, he looks a little sad.
Listen, I dance when I'm happy because I want to give happiness to others.
Yeah.
I dance when I'm mad, sad.
Everything.
Because it allows me to find a little piece of happiness.
Yep.
So I use it for everything. I use it, you know. It's like a. I'm gonna bring back to food. It's like sofrito, dude.
Oh,
it's like sofrito. You put that on anything. You cook with everything. You put some sofrito. It tastes good.
Freeze it, make it, freeze it.
Make it, man. That's it.
Take some out in the fridge when you know you're gonna cook.
You grill
with
it, you saute it, and everything, and make everything taste good. That's what dance does for me, man. I can use it as a vehicle to better myself. And when I'm feeling sad and when I'm feeling happy, I can celebrate with it, and I can also use it when I'm in a dark place, and and when I'm in a happy place as well.
Yeah, it's there.
It's there all the time. I can use it
all the time.
I can always use it,
and it's like it's crazy because I do that with. To me, it's like hip hop in general, right?
Yes.
Like I don't do graffiti and I don't DJ, right? I rap. I don't like that word rap. I MC and I can break dance.
Yeah.
I started breaking in 96. I started writing down shit in 97.
Yeah.
Nobody really knows that I do that.
Yeah.
People close to me know, but I
used to write your rhymes.
I still do.
You still do?
I do that more than dance now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I write almost every other day, and I don't write on paper. I write in my head.
Yeah.
Because I love words. I read, and it's like if I write down, if I'm like I'm trying to say. I don't say I'm trying to say. Say I'm trying to say. If I were to write that down, I would have to write it TRYING because that's how you're supposed to write it.
Yeah.
But if I were to read that back, I'm going to read it back and say, I'm trying to say, and it's not going to flow right. It was, I'm trying to say TRYNNA.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I can't write on paper because I had to get grammar police. I'm like, that's not how you write it.
But that's not hip hop though, because hip hop speak a whole different language. I mean, now that like we can actually like what you want to call ebonics, which is a language that we speak in the hood. But like it's always been like that though.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like I can't put.
Yes.
Not sorry to cut you off. I say it ebonics.
Yeah.
So I can't write on paper because that's too proper for me to when I write. If I had to write something, I try to write it right, like grammatically correct on paper. But that's not how I meant.
That's not for us. That's European language anyway. Because like if you think about it, even in the hood, in order for us to communicate, sometimes we use different lingo. And then we know what it is, even making a sound like cuckoo.
Yeah.
That
you already know.
We know that's a different language.
Yeah.
So they don't have to understand what we're saying, what we do. That's how we speak, that's how we communicate actually when we don't want other people to understand what we're saying.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, yes, like I try to teach my kids the same thing too. You gotta know how to articulate yourself depending on like the situation or the environment that you're in order for you to adapt and to infiltrate. We keep using that word.
It's such a good word, bro.
Such a good word. You gotta infiltrate.
I'm a sucker for words, son. Infiltrate might be my new shit for a week. I swear to God, for at least a week.
But that said, it's almost like when you go certain places, if I'm going to go to a wedding, a formal occasion, I have to put my formal wear on.
Yep.
No, but if I'm going to go to a baseball game or a football game or basketball game, I know how to dress, not dress down per se, but dress appropriate for the occasion. And then the same with language also. It's not like switching it up and everything. You're different when you speak. Yeah, of course I'm different. When I speak to my homies, it's going to be different.
Word.
When I speak to my parents, it's going to be different because, when I speak to certain people, it's going to be different because
a business meeting,
it's different.
A job
it's
interview,
language or lingo. So I speak to different people differently because so they can understand me, and that's all that it is.
Yeah.
So I try not to let people so much telling me, well, you don't speak proper this, you don't speak proper. What do you mean? It's not
what is proper and what isn't?
What is not proper? It's a way of communicating with others. And I know if I go to France, I'm going to speak French. And if I go to Puerto Rico, I'm going to speak Spanish. If I come to America, I'm going to speak English. It's a way to communicate. So if I go to the hood, I'm going to speak to my homies in certain ways. And I'm going to switch it up. Be like, yo, Irv, I never know you speak like that. But like,
this is what it calls for.
This is how we do it.
Yup.
This is how we articulate myself to them. That's how they're going to understand me, and I'm going to understand them. We speak that language. We speak that lingo,
And that's a weird thing even with this podcast, right? Where it's like, I come on here because, like I said, I'm not doing this for anything. Like, I'm not doing it for, like, an ulterior motive.
Yeah.
If this goes somewhere, it just happens to go
It's
there.
going somewhere. It's already somewhere. It's in the
ethos. It's in there, right?
That's it.
But I'm not out here like thinking of a master plan. Watch this shit. Nah, bro. I just got the time, the space, and thank the higher powers, the bread to do it. So why not? As a B-boy, footage now that I didn't have back then, I was like, oh, how many battles and jams, right? And I got some. Right? But then I got introduced to the skate culture, and footage is the only thing that's primary in the skate culture.
Yeah.
It's film, put it out, let's make a part, footage, practice. They still have their chill. They still got their drunk smoke sessions and go to the skate park and do skater wild shit, jump over fences. But at the end of the day, we're practicing this so one day we could put it on film.
Yeah.
So this is my version of that.
Yeah.
This is my conversation. This is it. When this goes up there, hope till I live till I'm 90. But if I don't, you're not promised tomorrow. But if I don't, this is out there. This is it.
This is it.
This is there for forever.
Yeah.
Somebody could get this and it could keep going for forever. You get what I mean? So like this is what I'm doing with that, where it's like I'm just putting it out there and trying to keep it there. So where other people could be like, oh, now I get maybe that people that know me and know or people that'll see you here when you're like, yo, I was on this podcast, check it out, and they'll check it, they'll be like, oh, I could see you talking. I mean, you've been real from day one since I met you, so probably everybody knows who you are. But it could be a different environment. They're like, oh, you know what? I didn't think about, or I didn't know that story. I didn't know that. Well, hopefully you come back.
Oh man, there's a story that I'm telling you. Nobody knows. Actually, nobody take the. It's not only not knows, but don't take the time to understand because communication. Because a lot of times we don't communicate enough, and this is what we do. We're communicating.
Yeah, this is it.
We're just having a conversation.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then we're just going from subject to subject to subject.
Which is dope. That's what I mean. There's no script.
It's raw. There's no script.
It's raw. It is what it is.
It's as raw as it gets, party people.
You know, we're going to bounce back everywhere. But when I talked to you on the phone to get you to come do this episode, right? There was one thing you said when it came to B-boying, right? That now, I'm not even, that was what, 2 weeks ago, last week? About a week ago.
About a week ago.
Bro, that shit got me fucked up.
You caught me when I was in a zone or something. Because sometimes, man, I be preaching, man.
Bro,
sometimes,
but I needed that.
Yeah.
I needed that. Because you said a couple of things, right? But a couple things stood out, right? But one of them was when you were like, I was like, yo, what's up? How you doing? And you were like, yeah, man, I'm just trying to let these motherfuckers know. It's Jersey. And the story of hip-hop and b-boying in Jersey cannot be told without us.
Yes.
And I sat back and I was like, he's fucking right.
It cannot.
You got Rock with Finesse. You got Soldiers. You got the Ill Ones. You got the other groups. But like, the Ill Ones is there. Soldiers is there. Juanito's there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Knuckles is there.
It's still manifesting through other people. I mean, I'm not even gonna go to the drama of it all and everything. But
we could do that all fair. We could do that all fair.
But there are things like you can see. Like I see people that are doing things that Juanito was doing when we battled them, and they're still. So you're manifesting to other people. You don't know what you have done for others, and they're putting it out there in the universe. So it still keep going. You know.
And I feel like I need to follow up.
We need to follow up this.
I need to
like,
follow up. Mm-hmm. Fuck. I need to link up with you and be like, where do you need me? I'll be a soldier, fam. Like, I'm already a soldier. I'm a soldier. I mean, yeah. I'll be a soldier.
Yeah.
Because now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, hold on. I don't even be a soldier. I'm trying to be higher ranking on this movement. Because it's like, time out. Maybe I was like, yo, he's right. Yo, I had a bad week at work, too. So everything, I was just thinking about everything. And I'm like, yo, this is nuts. And I never left my brain. And I'm like, yo, you can't tell that story. And if you can't tell that story without us, what am I doing to keep it alive?
Yeah.
Because then when somebody tells my story or that story and they keep me out, I can't catch feelings then.
No, you can't.
Because where were you at?
If a tree falls in the forest and nobody's there to fucking hear it, does it make a noise? No, it's freaking, I don't know. So that's why you gotta get it out there.
I'm with you, bro.
And that's what you do. You already know what you do because that's why you're doing it. Regardless if it's consciously or self-consciously, you're doing it. You know, you're making the noise. And then you're giving us an outlet and you're giving us a platform to actually put it out there. Because nobody's going to do it for you. Somebody got to do it. Like this one say, somebody got to do it. So you're doing it. And I'm very blessed to have crossed path with you. And I admire your growth as a person, you know, as a human. And creating this platform and this outlet for us to tell our stories, because you know nobody's gonna do it for us.
No,
we gotta do it for ourselves. And yeah, brother.
Yeah, that's why I wanted you to come here. I would really like to sit down with Sneezy, Carlos. I'm really trying to get Party Dogs in here next week.
Oh my God. Paulie got stories. I don't know. You guys gonna do like 10 hours.
Yo. Well, listen, hopefully you come back.
Oh, listen,
hopefully
man,
you come back and say this is a one-time thing.
We're gonna do this
Hopefully
again.
you come back.
Now, this is just a little introduction. We have so much to cover.
Yeah.
And you see that we just went from, I don't think I even answered one question fully, because we can't.
That's the point, though.
That's
like,
the point,
man.
It's conversation is because like,
that's what I mean.
Not only a conversation, but we catching up.
Exactly.
Because from seeing each other on a regular basis all the time, we became such a huge part of each other's life.
I'm talking about 3 days a week.
Yeah, and then from not like being around each other for a little while, so now we and there was no bad blood, no nothing. It was just like, yo, you were here, I was there, he was here, he was there, but like, you know, you were doing your own thing, but you were building what you needed to build, and then this is just the icing on the cake from what you were doing. And I always say, if it's love, it's gonna come, you know, it always come back full circle.
That's how
if it was all about love, then love will always come back. And that's what we're doing right now. It's that seed that we planted years ago.
Yeah, it's
that relationship that we have planted, that seed years ago, is flourishing right now. It's showing
It's flowers.
It's flowering. It's blossoming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we're always 100. We're always about love, respect, honor, integrity, ethics.
Loyalty.
We always loyalty. We always operated that way. And we never crossed each other's.
We had our boundary. It was good.
We
it was
always,
all love.
we always were all love and always fucking respect. And I'm
Always.
glad, and because that we watered our plant with those elements, and then it blossomed to what it is right now. You know, and when I see you, I'm like, yo, he's moving how he should be moving. I'm like, okay, well, I'm like, did he let himself go? Oh, no, because he's not dancing. I'm like, no, he's snowboarding. I'm like, oh man, I know this motherfucker was always gonna do something physical.
Word. Dirt bikes. I got.
Dirt bike. I'm like, I knew it was gonna.
I got that shit 2 years. I'm like, fuck. I still got the dirt bikes at my mom's house.
That's it. I'm like, yo, he's
Mom.
gonna move. I'm like, he's still moving. I'm like, as long as you keep that body moving, man, because you gotta, because we showing people how to live longer.
Yeah.
But not just living long, not just surviving.
An enjoyable life.
Enjoyable life.
Enjoy it.
And keep moving and making sure that like you respect that body. You respect that body enough to keep moving as you should, because we shouldn't be surviving, we should be living. And I believe how you treat it, that's how you treat your body as a temple. You respect it. And it's a testament to you being able to keep doing what you're doing, not just keep it on the physical level, period. But that it takes the mental to actually affect the physical to make it do it.
And I still have vices, and I still get down.
Oh my God!
Only because of the
listen,
movement.
man,
You know what I mean?
Like I always go, you, Tweety, those guys, we don't touch the floor for like good once every 5 years you hit the floor. I'm like, yo, to freaking never lose that shit. What the fuck? Like I gotta keep going, because if I don't, because you guys are a real different fucking breed, man. I'll tell you that one, man. I gotta give you that.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Tweety, Juanito.
Shout out to Tweety. Juanito, buddy. Juanito smoke somebody right now.
Dude, you mofos, man, you don't have to do nothing until you come back. I mean, I don't know what you feel like at night after you throw down.
I'm good. I don't know.
But yo,
I'm
man,
more mentally fucked up. I'm like, yo, I ran out of
moves.
moves. I could go on for forever. But it's like, damn, am I repeating? Where are all my tricks at? That's the only thing that stops me.
That's a testament, man. And so, and I appreciate that, you know what I mean, about you, and, you know, respect and how you move, and as you've been, how you've been moving, and you know, and you never change, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
You always show that respect.
And obviously, since B-Boy shaped my life and I seen you, that's why I was like, the first person that I have come on here, right? I know a lot. You would think that I'd have Juanito or one of the ill ones, or Josh, because I think Josh is out of state now, Knuckles. Shout out to him, bro. Co-founder of the ill ones, T.I.O. for life. Styles and Knuckles, boy. We done took woo, it was a murdering field out there.
Carlos told me some stories about you guys.
Bro,
so
it was everybody was
I was
cool.
Up north at the time. But
everybody could get it, right? But shout out to him. But then I could have had them on here, right? But Juanito's more than just a person that's my brother.
Yeah.
So are you.
Yeah.
But Juanito's
you guys are like twinny, but
it's like, oh, when Josh, you know, it's different with them because that's the ill ones. The same way I'm pretty sure you feel about your squad.
Yeah, my
and you're
squad.
like, yo, this is what it is. But for this one, I was like, I need Irv to show up here. Because the first time I was like, damn, that motherfucker's nice.
Yeah.
And it was different. And it was the confidence. It was like the, oh, shit. And it wasn't no power like, you know what I mean? Power windmills. It was none of that 90s, but there was some of that in there. And the style and the attitude. And I was like, I could rock with this motherfucker,
man.
Bro. That's what it was.
Stand alone, man. I have to stand alone.
Stands alone.
Yeah.
And I was like, in a sea of everybody that looked the same, there's always those one few, and you were that one. And I was like, and look, like you said, throughout the time we build, and we still here 20 years later,
20 years later, man. We're still rocking,
man. We're still chilling, bro. 20 something.
Man. Wow.
We just did an hour and a half, homie. Hopefully you come back and do this again, bro.
I will.
If you want, let people know where they could follow you at. If you want to put that out there, that's on you.
You guys can always find me as B-Boy IRV on Facebook and Instagram. I'm throwing a lot of events right now, especially for with dealing with the current situation and condition that's going on in the world right now. I'm just trying to create a platform for people to release, have fun, and heal themselves through dance and art. And so follow me, B-Boy IRV, at B-Boy IRV on Instagram, and follow me. You see all my events. It's for you guys. It's for the public. And hope to see you guys at my next event and have some fun, release yourself, and heal yourself.
Is that B-BOY or is it B-B?
B-Boy IRV, at B-Boy IRV, B-BOY IRV.
Where I'll put the link, before you leave, I'll put the link, or I'll put it in there on the description of the channel so y'all could go follow my comrade.
Follow me and come and have some fun, man. That's it.
Yo, Herb, good looks, homie.
My brother.
Word. Shout out to soldiers and the ill ones, and we out of here, man.
Peace.
Yes, sir.